Hey, welcome back to Big Rooster's Corner. Good morning, everybody. I'm your host, Big Rooster. I have a channel disclosure notice I'd like to read before our content begins. Disclaimer notice. This is a 420, truthful, F-word friendly channel. If you're not 420 friendly, or when the F-word comes out, or the truth offends you, don't watch our content. If you don't subscribe, think about subscribing today. Subscription is free and nothing to download. It's showtime, people. Cock-a-doodle fucking do. It's time to wake and bake and smell the coffee. On the Big Rooster's Corner, we have trending news, local news, government, Wall Street and business, sports, weather, and just common sense thinking with some other various topics of interest. This is episode 24. It is 2/23/2021. Excuse me, 2021. My shout outs go to the veterans in the active military. As a veteran, I know all they do. The 505 for being a very great place to live, and to my viewers and subscribers, hoping you good health during this pandemic. Alright, our commentary for today begins with local news. A Durango woman survives a devastating rollover. The ACLU calls for thorough investigation of officer-involved shootings. It's about time. And 2 Las Cruces public school employees die from COVID. This is why the teachers and the students need to be vaccinated, people. State land offices create cultural resource team. Well, okay. The old drama as the government churns. Reconcile this. Democrats' new immigration proposal and how it might be pushed through Congress. Just not our stimulus. No vote. A key Democrat will oppose Bambi's OMB nominee, Neera Tanden, whoever the hell that is. The federal poverty level in 2021 is $12,880 per single person. Wow. That is low on any standard, much less Americans should be making more than that. How do you pay bills on that little bit? No wonder it takes more than one person working to make it in 2021. And many massive companies under public pressure from activists had committed to their own $15 minimum wage. Well, people, if you pay more, you have a better chance of hiring and maintaining more employees. Not that they're going to stay, not that you're going to get better employees, because I was in business well over 20 years, and it didn't matter what we paid. We had crappy employees at every level, low pay, middle pay, high pay, whatever. If you have a good employee, you have one. If you don't, you don't. That's just the way it goes. And in national news, the New York Assemblyman lawmakers are inching toward Cuomo impeachment. Wow. And the Arkansas GOP governor says he won't back Trump in 2024. I don't think anybody will do this. It would be insane to put our country back to that period of time. The FFA ordered stepped up inspections of Boeing 777s after engine failure on United flight. Yeah, that wasn't too good a deal. I'd hate to look out the window and see an engine on fire. That would really suck in an airplane. There's a war over voting. The blatant hypocrisy of Texas Senator Ted Cruz vacation after he was criticized others in the past. The mealy-mouthed effort to claim he was trying to be a good dad. You don't be a good dad by teaching your children to run from a situation. It's not what you teach your kids. You teach them to stand up, deal with the situation, and move on. His abrupt face and apology, and the uncomfortable fact that someone on his wife's text chain outed their supposed friend was in Cancun. Wow. And former mutant Trump beat impeachment in Congress, but the Supreme Court dealt him a blow on Monday with its decision to allow the release of his tax returns to the New York DA, who is investigating a 2016 hush money of payments to Trump's inaugural committee and many more people. And the wife of El Chapo arrested in the U.S. on drug charges. And in international news, Spain sees fourth night on Friday of riots as government shows strain. That's what's going to happen again here, people, if we don't get things going. Vaccine reducing risk of hospitalization, says a Scottish study. And the UK's Prince Philip is okay, says grandson Prince William. Well, fucking dude's about 100. He ought to be croaking pretty damn soon. And white supremacy, a transitional threat, the UN chief warns people. And in health news, mask into 2022. Fauci said Monday morning it's possible Americans will still need to wear masks in 2022 to protect against the coronavirus. Even if the U.S. may reach a significant degree of normality by the end of this year. There is some good news. COVID hospitalizations in the U.S. are at the lowest level since early November 2020. And the U.S. reaches a grim milestone of 500,000 COVID deaths and rising. Oh, God, people, this is something else. In science and tech, Virgin Galactic hires former Disney as a strategic advisor. And the American Okey-doke. How far does $7.25 go? Well, that's a good question. It doesn't go as far as it went in 2009. In that regard, the federal minimum wage has dropped. Yes, because inflation goes up, minimum wage stays the same for many years, at least a decade or two minimum. When was minimum wage highest? In terms of inflation and purchasing power, the $1.60 minimum wage in 1968 would be worth about $12.27 in 2021. Listen, people, we need to get that minimum wage up to like $13 to $14 an hour, at least $13 an hour, because then your money will be worth a little bit of something. I mean, it's sad to, to report that we made more money in 1968 than we do in 2021. Yeah, come on, people. How many years is that? Do the math. About 42 years or better. And then, since then, 1968, you're looking at what? 52 years, 53 years, somewhere around there. Doesn't take much to figure that out. When it went up in the 70s, it took 40-something years before we ever got to some kind of decent wage. And even if it wasn't decent, they were just trying to keep up with things. And the minimum wage never matches the economy. Never has, never will, except for 1968. And thank God, many states, people make over the federal minimum wage. Otherwise, you couldn't survive on that. I mean, you're looking at about $300 a week. What do you bring home? $225 maybe, $250 if you got a lot of tax deductions. Who in the fuck can live on $1,000 a month? That's below poverty. Come on, people, let's get it together here. In stimulus news, people who didn't have a valid Social Security number in 2018 and 2019 were still eligible for a stimulus check. Why is this possible? I have a valid Social Security number, and I have to jump through hoops to get anything, tax returns, stimulus checks, anything like that. So, this is why the American taxpayer have a hard time. It's easier to get your stimulus and other programs if you're an immigrant. Now, the only way to even try to get your stimulus check is we have to file a 2020 tax return and wait 3 weeks plus. So I guess America, file your 2020 tax return electronically is the only way to get it, according to the IRS. And the IRS stands for the Internally Really Stupid Government Entity. The third stimulus is supposed to come to vote this week. However, by the time they pass it, you will have to wait until next year, 2022 tax season, to receive it. Listen to what I'm saying. And if you watch my earlier vlogs, I predicted this exactly to the letter, what's happening now. So beware, America. Don't count on it. Learn self-reliance. Balancing the relief budget. If they would get checks out to the people and get money out into circulation, that would help. As long as they keep putting it off, it doesn't help the economy. It takes way too long to get it. So it really is not helping you. You want to get the economy going? Get the checks out, morons. You know, Wall Street and business updates. Bill Gates says U.S. faces tricky task with China on climate changes. Listen, dumbasses. If you want the climate to change, we're in winter right now. Wait till spring, it'll change. Come summer, it'll change again. Fall, it'll change again. And winter, it'll change again. It changes 4 times a year. I don't give a shit how much goddamn money you throw at this thing. You are not going to change Mother Nature. So quit wasting our money. And Kroger says some pharmacy customer data impacted in a vendor hack. And Dominion sues MyPillow CEO for $1.3 billion. With a B, people. Billion. And Jersey Mike's sub in New Mexico during March supports the Make-A-Wish Foundation. That is awesome that they can donate like that. Because some people can't, so it's good that the people do that can. And in sports, Patrick Mahomes' fiancée Brittany Matthews announced baby girl's arrival. What, do you think he wasn't getting sex, people? You know, local sports. Cross-country volleyball practices resume at the Bosque School. And APS asked to separate athletics from the hybrid model. All right, in your weather today in Torrance County, New Mexico, and the next 4-day forecast looks like this. Today we're going to be sunny. We're going to be 53 during the day and 23 during the night. And the wind is going to be west-northwest at 12 miles an hour, gusting at 24. The precip is at 0, and the cloud cover is 6%. Tomorrow on Wednesday, it's going to be partly cloudy, 52 during the day and 22 at night. And the wind is going to be south at 10 miles an hour, gusting at 16 miles an hour. And the precip is 1, and the cloud cover is at 50%. And Thursday, we have a snow possibility in the upper elevations, and we're going to be 34 during the day and 26 at night. And the wind is going to be a 10 mile an hour, gusting at 20 mile an hour. And the precip is 9%, and the cloud cover is 76%. Moving along to Friday, we're going to be sunny, 48 during the day and 21 at night. The wind is going to be west-northwest at 18, gusting at 30, and the precip is at 2%, and the cloud cover is at 1%. Come back on Friday for the next forecast on Big Roosters channel. All right, in entertainment news, John Travolta is selling his $5 million oceanic ocean mansion with 20 bedrooms. There's a lot of bedrooms. That means too many people can come to your house. Clint Eastwood is getting close to 100 years old and still going strong. You go, Clint. All right, my plug of the week. One of my local dispensaries, Urban Wellness on San Mateo in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The staff is always polite and helpful, and the products are good quality at a reasonable price. All right, word genius, hinterland. Part of the speech, it's a noun. Its origin is German, late 19th century. Definition, an area beyond what is visible or known. In a sentence, the merchant from the hinterland brought fascinating new products to the fishing village. So there you go, people. Not everybody is stupid. Now you learned something today. All right, stupid alert, dumbass people. What the fuck is the question? Police find a loaded gun in man's ass during a strip search. Whew. And a bumbling thief loses his pants while fleeing. And an Ohio man slipped a bank teller name and address during a bank robbery. And store owners tell robbers to come back later. They did. The Belgian buffoons came back twice, and the second time the cops were there. All right, dumb criminals in Florida. Florida a woman arrested for having sex outside the hospital. She wears her mask in the mugshot. And another guy got caught yellow-handed. Cops cuffed man for peeing on a cop car in Florida. All right, pee on some more. Yes, this happened in Florida. A guy wearing Crocs jumped into the crocodile pond at an alligator farm in St. Augustine, Florida. Maybe he thought his Crocs were going to save his ass from being lunch. All right. Florida has more dumb criminals per capita than most anywhere else in the world. You can't make this shit up, people. So here's a slogan, Florida. Come to the no sunshine state. Dumb criminals live here. Or here's another one. Come to Florida. Our courts are corrupt, our humidity is high, and the Constitution doesn't fucking matter. Florida, the embarrassment of America. My rant of the day. People who think home-cooked foods come in a bag. I see it all the time on YouTube, people. They say it's homemade and they dump it out of a bag. Just because you cook at home doesn't mean it's homemade. And ordering from a restaurant and taking it home does not mean it is homemade either. Please read up on the definition of homemade before you say it is homemade. And one more small rant. Will you fucking idiots in Florida please stop using YouTube to get people trapped in Florida by selling them your overpriced house or wobbly box? No one wants to fucking live there. That's why you're selling your home, to get the fuck out. What are we doing, America? One last thing. Follow me on Instagram at BIG_ROOSTER_420. That's big_rooster_420. Watch my vlogs on 420 trending news and laws. We review products and marijuana buds. And then I have another segment that's called drive-thrus, takeout, and dine-ins. We will preview different food locations and food reviews. And on the road with Big Rooster, I take you on various adventures driving throughout New Mexico. Pretty interesting. See mountains and, stuff like that. And Big Rooster at Walmart. Funny shit that happens at Walmart. And I do car and RV repairs as they come up. I was a mechanic for many years, diesel certified and stuff like that. So, I do those. As I show you easy ways to fix various items in need of repair. And Big Rooster book reviews. I preview books that I read or wrote, and I read a few chapters of the books I write so that you get interested and maybe buy my book on Amazon. All right, check out my other channel, Big Rooster's Recipes, Cooking, and Eating Reviews. Very good information there. So with that being said, until next time, just remember we are working hard to bring you trending news, Wall Street, government, weather, sports, and just common sense fucking thinking. So once again, if you like this content, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the Big Rooster's Corner. Subscriptions are free and nothing to download. I have a public announcement I like to do at the end. Please wear your mask and social distance. The life you save could be a family member or your own. Let's stop this pandemic. No need to travel now and die later. Stay at home, people. Get supplies and get your ass home. And remember this. Stay safe, and remember, don't trust our government. Come back on Friday for more trending news and much more. Thank you for viewing my vlog today. Get fucking real, America. This is Big Rooster. I'm out.